As a queer, Muslim, brown, South Asian person, I've often looked for representation of myself in TVs and movies, and there just hasn't been that much, and that's kind of why I started creating. The depictions that have been there are usually about our trauma and our demise, and how can we thrive if we don't see our possibility, our potential, our future, our fantasy, or our joy. And so the film is a way of creating the fantasy and the possibility and the future.
I'm Alicia.
Are you Muslim too?
Jehovah's Witness.
What's that?
We're like Christians, but different.
Cool. Us too.
Cool. How?
We don't eat pork, and we don't celebrate Christmas.
Well, we don't celebrate birthdays, and we can't get blood transfusions.
Oh. We think everyone's born a Muslim.
We don't think of that.
One of the challenges of creating or recreating the 60s in Pakistan was it doesn't look like that anymore. There's a lot more people, there's a lot more stuff everywhere, and so we had to either find locations that were completely preserved, which there's, a Chinese restaurant scene in the film. That Chinese restaurant is pretty much that on the inside and the outside. We just kind of cleaned it up all around to give it a 60s vibe. We worked super closely with our costume designers locally, our wardrobe team, the production team, the art team there is phenomenal. And, the way we had access to artisans who were crafting and building our sets, it was, I just feel like, especially for a first feature, I felt so blessed. What we were able to do in Pakistan together, collaboratively, I hope I get to do that again.
पहले कभी क्यों नहीं मिले?
एडिनबरा में रहता है, फेलोशिप कर रहा है।
मैं फेलोशिप कर रहा हूँ एडिनबरा में।
किस चीज़ में?
Medicine. I want to be a trauma surgeon.
वाओ, बहुत स्पेसिफिक। क्यों?
तकलीफ कम करना चाहता हूँ। हम सब एक होते थे मगर अब बिखर गए हैं। I want to help put us back together again.
Like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, like Humpty Dumpty.
The influence of Bollywood or South Asian cinema, the musical genre of storytelling that's so popular in the subcontinent, it was deeply impactful. I mean, when you think about it, for immigrants, those movies, that was how you had connection to culture. It was how you had connection to family and where you come from, and reminds you of who you are in a place where nobody looks like you. And the movie is fantasy, and it kind of helps you remember and forget all at the same time, and so fantasy was so important to this film. And the color, the color and the music. I mean, I definitely am deeply impacted by song and by music. One of the things that's so important about the film Aradhana is actually the song in it, Mere Sapno Ki Rani, the Queen of My Dreams. And I used to think that there was going to be this man, much like in this film, singing You're the Queen of My Dreams to me. And when I came out as queer, I was like, okay, reset. That song is going to be some woman singing to me. And then at some point I realized, wait a minute, maybe I need to sing the song to myself because I'm the queen of my own dreams. We can retain the ideals that we grew up with. They just manifest differently in our lives. We don't have to give up any of our identities. Not Bollywood, not being Muslim, not, being a woman and non-binary all at the same time. All of this is possible.